In the 17th century, if somebody wanted to go from here to the city of Philadelphia, it would take them. In the 17th century, they'd be riding on horse carriages. On these astounding animals, they would be going at the speeds of 10 to 15 miles per hour. At that ridiculous speed, they would reach the city of Philadelphia to New York in approximately 8 hours. Now, today, with the car, we can get there in around 2 to 3 hours. In that same trip, for 8 hours, I was able to go to Niagara Falls. But what if I can go all the way to California in the same time it took me to go to Niagara Falls? I know sports fans will be happy. You would be able to get to any game you ever wanted to in just a day. But for that, we need a new type of car. A car that allows us to actually use the full limit, the full speed of the vehicle. For that, we need self-driving cars. Today I will discuss how self-driving cars are not only just faster, safer, but easier to access. So the first question is, why can't we go 300, 200, or even 100 miles per hour? Well, that problem lies with human reaction. If you're driving at a speed of, say, 200 miles per hour, the human mind simply can't react fast enough to prepare for an incident. So in that sense, you will look up and you would have crashed. But with AI and with constant calculations, you can actually go as fast as you want and theoretically always be able to react on time. But what about even more than that? What about just traffic? Something even smaller. The average person spends 50 minutes a day commuting. That's an insane amount of time to spend just getting from point A to point B. And the majority of this time is simply due to traffic and traffic jams. Now, many people think traffic happens, oh, you know, I'm driving and there must be some accident up ahead and if they just hadn't crashed, but that's not actually the case. Most traffic is what we call phantom traffic jams. So, if you think of it, imagine if, for example, you had a car here and you had a car there and this car stopped as this car is driving. Then when they both decide to go, one is going to go at a different time than the other one, thus causing a bumpiness instead of a flow. This can happen from anything, say a chicken crossed the road, or maybe someone changing lanes. This type of traffic, this phantom traffic, can literally spread throughout the entire highway for hours without any evident cause. No accidents, nothing. So with self-driving cars, you can eliminate this. All cars move at the same speed, they go at the same time. There's no choppiness, there's no bumping in. Traffic will never be a thing again. What about accessibility? Surely the blind can't drive, nor the disabled. We also have age limits. The young can't use a car, and the super old cannot either. What if we was to remove all those barriers? What if anyone could drive? What if your 7-year-old could just hop in a car, go to school without a school bus? What if the car took your 7-year-old there, or took you and the 7-year-old? What if the blind could reach their destinations? This is another crucial part. Right now, driving requires peak physical condition. You're not advised to be sleepy. You're definitely not advised to be drunk. And you can't text or do it. But with self-driving cars, you can do all of that and in between and still reach your destination safe and sound. But perhaps it's a more pressing issue beyond all of this. And this is what makes it such an important thing, why we need it now, why we don't need to wait later, but we need them now as we speak. Since the beginning of this talk alone, more than 100 people have died from a car crash. Every 2 seconds, someone crashes in a car. 1.3 million people will die in a car crash this year. And approximately 50 to 60 million will actually get injured or disabled. That's a lot of car crashes. To put that, the number one leading cause of death for young adolescents is accidents by motor vehicles. So your loved one or your child is most likely to leave your arms and your embrace from something as simple as driving a car. 94% of all accidents are not caused by anything unimaginable, but just human error. Checking the cell phone, looking the wrong way, not paying attention to the road. This is 94%. If you just cut out human error, you would save 94% of lives. Right now, you are putting millions at risk. Millions will die. Hundreds have already died in the moment this speech has started, simply because of human error. Experts say, again, that you can eliminate 94% of car deaths, effectively taking one of the leading causes of death in the world, simply by eliminating the human flaw. So, that leads us to a question. Is self-driving cars more safe? Yes. With the ability to communicate and use intelligence, it can predict when accidents will happen. It can prevent an accident, and it can stop human error. Cars don't take breaks, nor do they check their phones. Just think of it. Right now, imagine if airplanes crashed every day and they got stuck in jams. You would not even catch an airplane. Yet, proportionally speaking, the amount of car crashes is the equivalent of an airplane crashing down every single day. One falling just out of the sky. You would most likely think the machinery is broken at that point. So, as a quote that's often attributed to Henry Ford, but not quite the case, has said, if I had asked the people of the past what they had wanted, they would have said faster horses. This is us today. What we need, not just what we want, what we need is a better way of transportation, a faster, safer, and more accessible way for the entire public to get from point A to point B.